Hey guys, so we're wrapping up February 2026. Wanted to give you an EDC update, kind of the things I did over 2025 and what I'm changing, what I'm keeping going in 2026. I did a little bit of changing up on a few things in 2025 and we're going to go over it. I know in the last video, I guess we'll start with the watch. Those are my favorites. I'm sure I'll bring these in. Just kind of a little watch roll. But I know you guys remember me always wearing the Casio Super Illuminator or the Omega Aquaterra, the Seamaster. And this, I started wearing it every day. I love this watch. I still would wear it every day if I could. However, it was getting some minor scratches around the bezel at work. And I was like, oof, I really don't like that. It's my nicest watch I own. By far the most expensive watch that I own. So I still wear this on patrol, even when when I'm at the house doing yard work or something. I'm still wearing the Casio Super Illuminator. This is the best beater watch I've got because I'm kind of a small guy, so I'm like 5'7", 5'8", and so big huge watches don't work really good for me. So I started to stick that 39, 40 millimeter. The Omega Seamaster is a 42 millimeter, but it wears like a 41. And then I added in this year a Hamilton. I got a Hamilton khaki field in titanium. And then, so those are the kind of the watches I've been going through. But mainly my everyday when at the office, what I've been wearing, I'll move these over here, is this Seiko 5. It is a automatic GMT. So I can give y'all a good look at that. It's called the Mr. Freeze. So the Batman, but the silver dial. It's actually not a white dial, it's truly silver. It comes off white in the video, but I'm telling you right now, it is shiny, beautiful silver. I've worn this pretty much. I got this in 2025, and I pretty much wore it every day. But I did swap out these three. So these were in the rotation. So these were the 4 watches of my most worn in 2025. Mainly this was the most, these 2 were the most common that I ended up wearing because the Jubilee bracelet is so comfortable. When I went from an Oyster that the Omega has, don't get me wrong, that's an incredibly comfortable bracelet. But the Jubilee, it beats it out. It gets it. Jubilee is more comfortable. This watch is just a really good watch. I really enjoyed that the most. I did like the Hamilton khaki, but I will say this. The leather kind of changed colors on me. That was the original color. And it darkened up from wear and water from washing my hands and sweat. It was the coolest freaking color. When I first got it, it was this light suede kind of color. And it darkened up into tobacco brown. I still really like the Hamilton. I just don't wear it during the summertime. This is more of a nice weather. I'm off at home, running errands around the house. The one thing I don't like about this watch, it's a gorgeous watch. I love the titanium. It's super lightweight, but it doesn't have a date function. I've learned I've got to have a date function. I like knowing, I can't remember the day. I know it's terrible, but I find myself checking the date, a day, 2 or 3 times on my watch before I remember in my head, oh, today's the 25th, or today's whatever day it is. So that's why I like the date function. It's the only thing I wish Hamilton would have done differently on the khaki field titanium, was added a date feature. So those are the watches. I'm not going to try to ramble on for an hour. I'm trying to keep this under 30 minutes. So those are the watches. Another thing I did for the year that I kept was the Bic lighter. Still carried that. I'm thinking about upgrading to a Zippo, but having the actual torch function. So like a butane torch function. I'm thinking about adding that in and changing that out, but I'm not quite sure. It's a lot of weight, and this is so easy to fit in my pocket. Maybe I go to a micro Bic. I use it, I don't know, maybe once a month, maybe. So there's that. Knife. Or wallet. We'll go with the wallet next. I'm still rocking the Kins wallets. I think these are my third or my fourth one. I wear them out. I've had this one for quite a while. This is in the, I think this is tobacco color. I believe it's tobacco. It's not the dark brown. I think it's the lighter brown. They call this tobacco brown. But the Kins wallets are cheap. You can get them off Amazon for like $20. I think I bought this at like $15. Like $20. Like I said, RFID. You can see my police ID as in grab, pulled it out. And I turned my driver's license around. But it's got like 8 pockets. Super slim. Super lightweight. I like that. So I'm still rocking that. Still going to be rocking that in 2026. The watches, they're still going to be rocking in 2026. The Bic, the lighter, I think I'm going to go to one of those little micro Bics or a Zippo to kind of dress it up. I don't know. We'll see. The knife. Enter Spyderco Manix 2 in BD1 steel. Carried that for the majority of 2020, all of 2024, all of 2023, the majority of 2025. However, I made a switch over 2025. I was using these SOGs, the Terminus XR. It's in D2 steel, the Cryo D2 steel with the coating on it. And it was a great knife. It's got the little thumb studs on there. Or it's got a little, a button flipper, a flipper. I forget what I don't forget what it's called. I think it's called a button. And I used this, cause it was just thinner. That's the reason I like the Spyderco better for its quality and the steel. And it was easier for me to sharpen and keep. And I love the pocket clip and SOG. They still haven't gotten one. I never ended up getting another clip. Never reached out to SOG. I probably should have. But this knife, they're about the same weight. They're about 3 ounces a piece. And I carried this for the majority of 2025. And I'm going to change up. I still like the knife, don't get me wrong. I like the color Wolf Gray. Holds a wicked edge pretty good. And it's really easy to sharpen on my... God, that is actually razor sharp. That's paper cutting sharp. On my... I got a Work Sharp. Precision Edge or something like that. Knife sharpener. And... knife sharpening became a breeze. But the reason why I went to the SOG is it's thinner. It's thinner than the Spyderco. Almost, yeah, like half as thin almost. I can almost fit 2 SOGs in the width section of the one Spyderco Manix 2. But I'm still gonna probably carry the SOG every now and again. Actually, who am I kidding? I'm probably gonna retire the knife, to be honest with you, and just keep it as a beater. Or a loaner, or whatever. Maybe get my wife to throw in her purse or something. Because I have upgraded 2026 to, you guessed it, another Spyderco. This is the Endura 4 VG10 steel. I really like this knife a lot. My buddy, the PD, he carries one every day. He's carried one for like 2 or 3 years, I think. He's beat it the heck up. It's got the FRN scales. It doesn't have the wire pocket clip, but this one's not that bad. I do prefer the wire clip over the standard Spyderco pocket clip as of right now. But literally, today is day 2 of carrying this knife for 2026. This is going to be my EDC for 2026. The VG10, Spyderco Endura 4. So, really like the knife. It came out of the box razor sharp. It's got the really strong back lock. I don't mind a back lock. It flicks open easier than my Manix 2, to be honest with you. I think it's got some more weight to it, but overall, the whole thing's only like 4 ounces. So, it's thinner. It's a thinner profile. It's not quite as thin as the SOG, but it is a lot thinner than the Manix. So, you can see that. It is thinner. In my back pocket, I'm not noticing I'm carrying it. The Manix 2 is lighter weight, but we're going to try the Endura. I think I'm going to like the Endura because I flex my knife into uniform carry, and I want something a little larger than the SOG. So, we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that for 2026. That's going to be the EDC Everyday Blade for me for 2026. So there's that. We've covered knife. Let's go with our multi-tool stay on blades. Yes, it is still here. The Gerber dime. I know I broke my pliers on the last one, and this is the last one that I had because the pliers are still broken on it. However, Gerber is sending me a new dime. So I'm just waiting in the mail for that, but I still carried it. Go figure, because I used all the little stuff on it. Mainly, I used really and truly 2 tools. I used the little cutter for that clamshell clear hard plastic to kind of dig in there and pull it. It would open them up great. And then I used it for the bottle opener, the cap lifter. That's pretty much all I use this tool for. I did use the tweezers a few times. But that's it. I used to use these pliers for everything. Obviously, I shouldn't have done that because I broke it. But like I said, I got a replacement on the way. I finally reached out to Gerber, and they're sending me one. No problem. I said to keep the tool until my new one comes. I can throw this away. So the Gerber dime is still going to be carried in 2026. I still like it. And the Leatherman Wingman has been my preferred multi-tool carry. It's fairly lightweight. It's like 6-7 ounces. It's not that heavy in the pocket clip. Or the pocket clip is nice. It slides in my jeans really nice. I like that it's not coated, it's stainless steel. It's really smooth, so it slides in and out of the pockets really nice. But my favorite thing about it is the springed pliers. And to be honest with you, I left this home a lot. Once I really started carrying the Leatherman Wingman. And the reason why I like the Leatherman Wingman, like I said, is the spring pliers. Tools I use on it, they have a very similar like clamshell packaging opener. It's a larger version than the dimes. So I use that. And to be honest with you, I use this little Phillips head. It's like a little 3D Phillips head bit. I used it a lot. And I used this, the large flathead portion / pry bar a bunch as well. I did not use the little file / measure thing at all. I don't think I used it for anything. I did use the bottle opener to open some brewskis. I pretty much used a lot of the tools. I'll tell you the one thing I did not use was this knife. That's still the same gunk on it from last year. I don't even think I've opened it up since then. And you know what I really find I don't really use a whole lot? Is the scissors. I mean, they're great scissors. I don't know. I just don't find myself using it. I whip out the knife and cut whatever I need to cut. I mean, I guess maybe I've done some threads or something, like loose threads on a suit or my shirt or something like that, but I don't know. I just rarely find my needing scissors. But I do like the Wingman. It's my favorite. Only downside, I wish it was a little lighter. I wish it was just a little bit lighter, and it would be awesome. Like, say, 5 ounces would be great. I think it's 7. I think it's like 7 ounces, 6 or 7. I think it's like 7. If I remember correctly from the website, it's like 7 ounces or something like that. It's more than 6, less than 8. How about that? Leatherman Wingman is still going to be my go-to multi-tool for 2026. So, actually, we'll keep the stuff on the table that is still going to be my go-to. I'm probably going to phase out the Gerber dime. I do love the Gerber dime, don't get me wrong, but I might carry this like in the summer, but this does everything that this does. The cap lifter's a little bit better than the one on this one, the bottle opener on the Wingman. But this does everything that this does better. There's only one downside. Weight. That's it. This is super small. I guess I could throw this on my keychain. I guess to have. But why carry more crap? I get it, 2 is 1, 1 is none, but why carry more crap? So these are going to be the definite EDCs for 2026. I guess I'll bring the watches in So we'll keep the stuff that I'm going to for sure keep going with in 2026. Flashlight, switched up. I think I bought this in 25. And I started carrying this one. It's the Warrior Nano little flashlight. It is insanely bright. I got it on lockout right now, but I mean, that's incredible. That's a lot of light. I mean, it is so bright. The camera's really not doing it justice. I think it's 1100 or 1300 lumens on max power. It has a tail cap, which I really like. You can do momentary on, let it go, or mash it and it's on. You have the side button, so you can do the moonlight mode, which is like 1 or 2 lumens, which actually is pretty good in the morning. Set the lockout, has the reversible clip. I will say this though, to carry, see, it normally comes where the clip rides on these little ridges, so you carry button down, light up. I don't like that. I want to carry blade down, or the light down, butt up. So you got to buy this little plastic piece from Olight that'll allow you to change out the clip to the other side. Otherwise, it won't fit. I like the reversible clip. I still carry the MicroStream. It's just in my uniform. This has primarily been my EDC, though. I'm probably going to go back to the MicroStream just because it's so fat and round. I may change this in 26 at some point. I may not. It may just throw this in my backpack. I don't know. We're going to see. I do like the light capability. I just don't, and I like how short it is. I just don't like how fat it is. I wish it was a little thinner in my pocket. I can really feel it in my pocket. Like this, after a while, I know it's a lot heavier than this one, but this kind of disappears in my back pocket. I kind of forget about it. My body goes numb to it. I don't know what it is. I've only carried this for 2 days. I literally had checked it 3 times to make sure I didn't lose it. So I can ignore these because I don't know. Maybe I'll get used to it, but it kind of bulges out and it's just kind of funky in my pocket. I don't know. I love the light, don't get me wrong, and I'm still giving the Olight another shot, but the Warrior Nano, it's an awesome light. It really is. I just don't know if it's awesome for me. I think I'm probably going to switch back and go back to the MicroStream. I may go back and forth depending between summer carry and winter carry. We'll see. I know I'm going to keep it, so we're not going to send it back or anything. Something that I've added in 2026. So, and let me preface this with saying, like, all those Navy SEALs and all those guys and CIA and all these people, they'll wear like a Rolex, like a really expensive watch, like as a bartering tool. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to spend $15,000 on a Rolex. Maybe when I retire, I do plan on owning one. But right now, I'm not going to make that heavy of a purchase. So what I did do before the huge big gold boom, and I'm really happy that I did, was I bought, and I've been wearing this pretty consistently every day. I only took it off for the video, is a solid gold rope chain. This is not hollow in any shape, form, or fashion. It is in 14 karat gold. This was purchased through Jacoji. Braden at Jacoji, shout out to you, man. Fantastic. But I'm very happy with this rope chain. I've been using that. And then the first thing I bought before I bought the rope chain, I bought this in October of 2025. I bought the bracelet. So these are all solid. This is a 6mm bracelet. And so I really like it. But this is an instant bartering tool if I absolutely needed it. With the price of gold nowadays, I mean, good Lord, you're probably talking $4,000 worth of gold. Because it's all solid. It's not hollow. It's weighed out. I had a jeweler go and appraise it. It's the real freaking deal. But yeah, that is one thing I've implemented. I implemented this in 2025. In October, I bought it for my birthday. And then my wife had a really good idea and was like, for your bartering stuff, you can just go here if it ever came to it. Heaven forbid it doesn't, but this can be a bartering tool, and I can offer solid freaking gold. So there we go. I've added the gold. That's what I have added in 2025. in 2020. I'm going to keep it in 2026. Depending on my weather carry, also silver, I'll carry it. I've worn this one for a long time. I just never shown a video. I didn't think about it. But solid silver, Cuban. Silver's gone up in price too, so I can use that. But I won't mix the gold and the silver together. I'll just one or the other. That's what I'll be wearing. And all that's left that we're going to have is keys. I'm not going to show you those. Nothing's changed with the keys. They're just a random set of keys. The only thing I did was I added one of those little Olight little mini ultras that you literally, it's magnetic base. You pull it out, light turns on, plug it in, light turns off. It's USB. It's pretty awesome. So we've only really pretty much got one thing left. I'm actually doing pretty good on time this year. And that is the pistol. I'm still rocking the Glock 19 for duty carry, but we're not going to focus on duty carry. I'm going to back these watches up. They're so pretty. We're not focused on that. We're focused on true off-duty, just everyday carry stuff. So I am rocking the SIG P365X. Now, what I have done, I know in my last video, I had the P365, the original version. It didn't have the removable plate for, the RMR sight, or anything like that. So what I did was I ended up selling it, and this is coming right out of the system, so it's still hot. I just removed the round from the chamber, but I had upgraded to the P365X for two reasons. The grip module, I really love the grip module. I love the flat trigger. I really enjoy the trigger. I was able to put a Holosun 507K on here. I really, really like it. This is the 507K green X2 red dot. It allows you, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if you can get a glimpse. I got it set up on the little green donut there. I don't know if you can tell, but and then I added a Streamlight TLR7 HLX sub for the light on and off. Or you can click it on, stays on, click it off, stays off, or you can push and hold, and then whenever you let go, it turns off, so it's got momentary. Very intuitive. The battery, when you unscrew, you get it from the back, from the rear. It is rechargeable. You can just plug the little, it's like a CR123 battery in there. And so I really enjoy that. I've liked this so much better than the original 365. I like the 365X. I find that I'm only carrying the TLR7, the weapon light, about 50% of the time. If it's off duty and I know I'm only going to be out during the daytime, this guy comes off and it's super easy to do. You can literally thumbnail it. You can put a quarter, I think a dime, quarter works really good in it, or you can just use your Leatherman Wingman. So I'll pull that off. When I am carrying with the light, I am using a Works holster, WERKZ. Shout out to them. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Everything I've bought, I've paid with my own money. So I'm not under any obligation to give anybody any kudos or praise, but they make really good holsters. It comes with, I installed this wing just so you guys can see that it does come with it free of charge, or at least it did when I ordered it. You can adjust the cant on the clip. Clip is fairly good. The holster though is so smooth with that carbon fiber. It is so nice. I really like the Works holster. However, it is a little wide. I normally don't carry it with this little wing thing. I know it's for like not printing or whatever, but I really don't care. No one's looking at my freaking waist anyway. So I don't carry it here. I put that on just for the video, okay? Just for the video, but it does come with a wing, and you can adjust it. You can put it kind of wherever you want. You can pull it down. You can put it up here. It works. And the system is modular, so if you ever wanted to attach like an extra magazine holster, you can. But it's the MI6, I believe, is the model of this one. I think it was like $80 to $100, I think. But it mounts with, or it goes in. It's designed for the TLR7 sub. You can select which. You can select which flashlight they'll custom make this for. There's several options you can pick. When I'm not carrying it in this holster, I'm always rocking the 5x7. I never take it off. I've gotten to where I like the red dot. It took me a while to get used to it because I'm so old school with iron sights. I had to learn with the police department because they're going to red dots. They've been using red dots. So I said, hey, might as well go ahead and do it on my my EDC pistol, my concealed carry. So I put a red dot on there. Holosun, been very, very happy with it. I like the green much better than the red. So that's kind of the EDC pistol I've been rocking. When I'm not carrying it in the Works holster, I'm using, this is my favorite holster of all time. I know it's dinky and thin and little, but it's my favorite one because it's dinky and thin and little, and it covers, it plugs just what you need to. It works with the light on. With the red dot, it doesn't work with the light, obviously, but this is the DeSantis. It's the Super Tuck. I think it's called the Super Tuck. T-U-K, I believe. I want to say Amazon. It's not Amazon. It's Academy Sports, $30. You can adjust this cant. It's lefty or righty. Inside the waistband. I guess you could do it as an outside the waistband because this clip, even it's plastic, is dadgum sturdy, but it's super easy. It's got that recut out there, so when I'm reaching in to pull the weapon out for the day, it's so easy to grab this hook and pull up and release from the belt. And then it also flexes, so if I can slip a shirt in there to tuck it. Like if I'm going to a restaurant or dinner or church or something like that, I can just tuck the shirt in and all you see is this little black thing. I mean, I guess anybody that knows what they're looking at would know, but it's tuckable, right? It's tucked. Or you can hide it when you're tucking with your shirt. So those are the two holsters I've been rocking with the 365X. I've been very, very pleased with this weapon. However, it's not the only game in town. I still am carrying in the rotation the Springfield Hellcat. So just like in the last video, still carrying the Hellcat. Still really like it. It still shoots better than the 365 in my opinion. I kind of like the U. I've gotten to where when I'm going at the range shooting it, that yellow pops really, really well. It does have the night sight in the front. The U is a really fast acquisition for me. I'm very not partial, but what's the word? Like used to something. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about? Like Glock sights with the little traditional Glock bar. It's real similar to that, so I was able to transition really, really well. I mean, I'm pumping 13+1 in this gun. It is not unloaded. It is hot. Still rocking the Federal HST 124s. These are actually new because we went and shot. And I every 3 or 4 months, I know they'll last longer than that, but every 3 or 4 months, I'll go and I'll shoot the carry ammo and I'll add more. Normally I'm reloading, so I'm shooting 124 ball ammo. I try to keep it exactly like the training ammo, exactly what I'm using as a concealed carry ammo. It's just the HST actual projectiles are very expensive. So still carrying 14-1. It's still super comfortable, full grip. I really enjoy the gun. It is the Gen 1, so it doesn't have the milling to add a Holosun, but I think I'm going to pay a guy. There's a gunsmith here in town, and they do milling on these, and it's like he's charging like $75. I think he's gonna mill this out for me for a Holosun 507K and go ahead and drill it and tap it. So I believe he's gonna do that for me. I think I'm gonna pull the trigger because I don't want to go with like a Hellcat Pro or go buy a new slide, because by the time I do that, I might as well go buy a freaking new gun and sell this one like I did the 365. But still really like the Hellcat. It shoots so well. It's so reliable. I've never had a failure to feed, failure to function. I've just been carrying. My go-to is the 365X. I really, really like it. I like the fact that I have the red dot on there now, and I mean, I know my ammo capacity is limited by 1 round, 12 plus 1, so there's 13. Still carrying the Federal HSTs in there as well, 124 grain. If I'm not carrying that, I'm carrying the Hornady Critical Defense 115 grain rounds. I like those in the wintertime. They also have a lot less recoil from the 124s, but this is my round of choice. I go back and forth to both of them, but primarily I'm always carrying Federal HSTs. Like the gun. I think I like the trigger a little better on the SIG. The coating, the nitron, it is smooth. The melanite on the Hellcat, it's very highly durable. This feels better in my hand. It really does. The only reason I've been carrying the X, the 365X over the Hellcat is for 2 reasons. This stippling job they put on it, the texture, I know this is being a little wussy, but right here, this corner will dig ever living into my fat meat right there, because I carry at the 4 o'clock position, but, well, for the normal people in the world, I'm a lefty, so I'm technically carrying at that 8 o'clock position. And this thing digs, this scratches the ever living snot out of me because it's so good and textured. That's number 1, and number 2, the dot, because I can swap this right over to the Hellcat, and I bet you, no, it won't fit in the works holster. But I will tell you this, in this MFT kind of We the People holster kind of knockoff, which I've carried, it fits both the 365 and it fits the Hellcat. So they both fit into this one holster. Another Academy Sports Special for 20 or 30 bucks. I think that was what it was. I live across the street from Academy, so if I get an RMR milled out, the more I hold it, the more I go, man, it's phenomenal. But I have been carrying both of these. The only reason is, yeah, the little grip. I might can get something to, like, file that down on the corner. It's just on the corner. It's just that one corner that gets me. Maybe I can file that down, make it smooth or something, take a Dremel to it. Make that side smooth. Otherwise, I've been carrying that mainly because I've just kind of set it all up, and it's just, I'm lazy out of habit. I just grab the freaking gun. They just stay in the holster. If I know I'm out for the day and it's not going to be dark or whatever, if I'm traveling, it travels in this holster just like this. That's how it goes. It goes with me when I'm traveling, minus the wing. But if I'm during the daytime, like, I'm pulling this TLR 7 off and I'm throwing on this DeSantis Super Tuck. I wonder if it'll fit in this. No, it won't. Dadgum, Hellcat. But it fits great in this holster right here, the P365 does. So anyway, long story short, we're gonna reholster, rechain these because these are hot. These are loaded. I don't want to hear safety. This is my safety. Don't pull the trigger, it doesn't bang. So anyway, that's my EDC for this year, guys. Thanks.